It's Jim. I'm back here again with the HaaS. I took out my DDCS. I'm going to do a longer video than my usual 30 seconds, 20 seconds. I want to show you what we've done. If anybody's interested in any of the parts that I used, this is a Centroid Acorn controller and a touch keyboard. The screen is a touch screen. Cost me a little over 200 bucks. I think the keyboard cost me like 55 or 60 on Amazon. I made some modifications to it. Let me turn around and show you what I've done. And now I've obviously not hooked this one up since I pulled the DDCS out. As far as the controls and stuff, that will probably take me an hour or two to get all that put back together. I got to mount the computer and pull the extra power supplies too. But what I did was I made an adapter bracket to hold the monitor in to the HaaS control panel, and then I also put standoffs on the same bracket from my Acorn controller. So all of it's in one piece. So like I said, if anybody wants a part number for this monitor, a link on Amazon, let me know. It works great, as you can tell. Obviously, don't forget, whenever you're doing anything with the Acorn, with that CNC12 software, you have to have a 1920 1080 by 1080, or else it won't work. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Without this being in the right resolution, a 1920 by 1080, you won't be able to see your right hand display. So that's like super important. I made some modifications to this panel. I took it apart and put some bolts in it through the case, and I rerouted the USB cable. What's cool about this touch screen here, when I get it up and working, sorry I keep moving back and forth, there's actually a USB connector somewhere on this thing, where you can actually, here it is, you actually hook up your USB drive right there. So that's really cool. That's going to be right on the front. So looking pretty slick. I hope you guys like it. If you got any questions, hopefully I'll have this thing up and running this week. I love the DDCS. First of all, I just want to say that I'm not thrown off on it or nothing like that. It didn't have encoder feedback, and in order for me to do rigid tapping and put my tool changer back on this machine, I've got to have that. And I've put way too much money in the machine at this point to not have rigid tapping, have the tool changer working. I had actually bought the Acorn, the Centroid Acorn, before I bought the DDCS, but I seen the features on it. I'm like, oh man, I really like to try it. It's only like 600 bucks all in. It has features I really wanted, like, you know, the MPG and whatnot. With this one here, the only way I'll be able to go to MPG on this is I'm going to have to go to the very expensive Acorn 6 that's got 3 encoder inputs. So I can use one of them for the MPG and one of them for the spindle. So, but that's where I'm at with this. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Also, if you need anything, let me know. I'll post the links if you're interested in these. I'm not associated with any of these affiliates or anything like that. I hate to see you spend a ton of money for a monitor when you can get it on Amazon for 200 bucks, touch screen on top of that. Then this is cool, isn't it? You get your touch screen, 200. They were actually a little cheaper than that, and I think I missed the sale that they were having on that particular monitor. So let me know. Well, oh, you know what? Let me update you real quick. Let me pause. Real quick. I'm going to show you. Made a lot of progress on this. See if I can scan out. I actually had to go back with the Magnatech. I couldn't use the VFD that I was running. I got everything, got the power supply. Everything is actually working. Everything's working good. I'm going to have to add a 3-phase relay and a 3-phase breaker to run the Magnatech. That's the only change I've got to make. I actually added a hybrid. I'm going to put on the tool changer as opposed to the one that came on it, and all that. That's what all that is for right there. But you can't really get a good view of it, and I apologize for that. It looks better when it's lit up, and it's really dirty back here because, well, this is kind of taking a back seat for a lot of other projects going on. But we're back on this one here. Hopefully we can get it up and running this week. I'd like to get this thing finished, get it moved in its permanent position in my shop. If anybody's interested in a Cryo, I have a Cryo VMC 500 that needs finished. It has an Acorn controller. thing is, it's a Cryo VMC 500. It is up and running. It runs great. Somebody's going to need to finish. They're going to have to install the tool changer, and they will have to purchase the expanded board. I think it's like $350 or $400 from Centroid, so you can add all the extra capabilities. The Cryo has all the original drives. The only one that's not original is the Z-axis, but it's got the Fennec X and Y. It's got a Fennec servo with the original Fennec spindle drive. I mean, all of it's wired in, working great. It's way too big for my shop. Anybody wants it local, hit me up. I'll let you have it cheap. Just want it out of my shop and want to see somebody else is going to do something with it. Well, the only other alternative is to scrap it, and I hate to do that with a machine. I just made a bunch of parts on it last month, so I just don't have space for it. With that, I'll post this. If you got any questions, let me know.